Hi folks, Jim again. Tonight I'm going to make you a taco burger. You'll need to look up episode 11, I think it was episode 4 to get the ingredients needed. But this is real simple. A really meaty, tasty taco burger. Let's get on to it. Okay, we've got the burner going. Going to go on with a splash of olive oil. Olive oil adds a nice bit of flavour to a burger. Don't be shy with this because the meat that we make, the meat I showed you how to make in episode 11 for the burger, it's got no fat in it whatsoever. The olive oil added a bit of that delicious fat flavour. I mean, fat's flavour. It's that simple. We don't want that going very hot. I've only got that on the 400 watt setting, or about 100 degrees Celsius, on the little induction cooker. Now we're going to give that a good sprinkle of that. I just buy the supermarket, McCormick's taco seasoning. Spread it around. Let's grab the burger, pick it up and into the oil. Just a slight sizzle. Throw that in the sink. Now, put another good sprinkle on the top. Don't be shy with this stuff, it's very tasty. Very tasty. It's got a bit of a bitter taste. Now, as I told you before, these TVP burgers, you've got to be gentle with them. They take a while to cook through. So we're going to plonk the lid on that and let it go for a while. Now, for the topping on this burger, one of the things I'd love to have was jalapenos, but I didn't have any in the fridge. So I took some of my homemade pickles, and we'll give them a really good sprinkle of Tabasco. This is a spicy burger after all. And they'll just sit and be ready to go on the burger. Look, they're going to be delicious. They're going to be ready to go later. Whilst that burger's simmering away, let's have a look at the sauce we're going to go on top with. We want a sour cream. I've made a little sour cream. I showed you how to make cashew cream sauce back in episode 4. So I took 1 cube of that, which is probably about 1.5 tablespoons. Added 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar. Microwave that up for a little bit like this, about 2 blasts of about 20 to 30 seconds each till it got thick. Cooled it down and then added in to give it that really sour taste and, you know, a bit of a really sour cream taste. Lactic acid. You can get that in Australia here from Kegland. It's about $10 for a 500ml bottle, and seriously, that'll fair dinkum last you about a year. Stir that in, you end up with a sauce that's really tangy, delicious. Okay, that burger's had about 5 minutes. As I told you back in episode 11, touch the lid. If it's too bloody hot to touch, it means there's a lot of steam and warmth happening in there. So at this point, we'll grab the egg flip, or spatula, call it what you like. It's starting to get nice and firm. You've got to be gentle with this stuff. It's not like normal minced meat. It won't quite hold together that well. Nice bit of colour happening there. You're going to pop the lid back on that to let the methylcellulose that's in the burger really develop and get it to firm up. And at the end, we'll crank the heat up and get a nice brown on it. At the moment, it's going beautifully. Okay, let's have that another 3 minutes. That's firmed right up. So it's time to crank the burner up. We'll turn that up to about the 1300 watt setting to really get some colour into this. Give it a swish around. Look at that olive oil. The taco seasoning's coming out. And that'll look, it's a bit watery because you lose a bit of juice here and there, but once we crank that up, it'll develop colour and it'll reduce the flavours there. And as we swish it around, the burger will pick that up. And this is a big burger, I've got to tell you. It's 230 grams, or for our friends in America, 8 ounces in the old money, which is really old. I mean, we went metric in 1973 here. when I was just a boy of 11. Okay, I'm going to fry that away for a bit longer. On a nice bit of heat. As soon as that's ready, we're about to put this together. Just go to another flip and look how that's developing. I mean, anyone who tell you that's not a meaty burger wouldn't have a clue. Plant-based cooking really can work. Okay, I flipped that a couple of times while we're cooking. You see all the fluid's gone out of there. That was just water coming out of the burger. Look at the colour. Just have a look at the colour. And the other side. And give that a belt with the spatula. Look at the egg flip. Look at that. She's solid as a rock. Nice, juicy, good spring back. Delicious burger. We'll turn the burner off. The burner off, I should say. Let's whack that. It's a huge patty, as I said. 230 grams. I'm bloody hungry. It was a long day at work. Now, let's just finish it off. Get the burner out of the way. You can put this together in any way you like, but I just like to go on top with some salsa. Look, this is just a store-bought one, just one from Coles that my wife got because we had friends over on the weekend and we're having dips and nibblies. Give it a really good few splodges of that, really good issue to give it some flavour. At that point, I like to go on with the lettuce, because I prefer to keep the sour cream and the salsa separate so they don't mush together. Go there. Now, those Tabasco pickles that I made, on with those. Mop up the extra Tabasco because, seriously, Tabasco is one of the greatest things in the world. I've been eating it since I was about 6 years old. Now, that sour cream that I told you about earlier, that's delicious stuff. Like that on. Don't worry about getting it to the edges. Once you put the lid on, all this stuff squishes out, so you really want to put it in the centre. Okay. On with that lovely sesame seed bun, roll, hamburger roll, call it what you like. And look at that, folks. Seriously, that's a giant sized, delicious burger. I'm going to go and get stuck right into that. And I'll come back and tell you about it when I'm finished. Well, got to tell you, that was bloody delicious. It was huge, and I'm as full as a family po. But that really was good. Get onto that. Anyone tells you plant-based food can't taste good, or can't be nutritious, or can't satisfy you, they've got no bloody idea. That was really good. Get on it. See ya.